ang alam kong available na information.
Then give me a list of those names. Isa ibabangga ngayon ni Ma'am Evelyn sa listahan ng mga miyembro niya at kapag lumitaw na hindi, ipapakontem kita.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You're lying.
Sasabit pa.
Okay? Kasi sabi mo, ma'am, wala ni isa sa inyo, ano? Walang nabigyan. Ang
Meron,
sabi niya, majority daw nung 6,000.
yung mga iba po sa Luzon yata nabigyan po nila. Pero sa Mindanao, sabi po nila wala pa daw po yung mga bagong mga agents lang po na nag-apply. Hindi po yung mga dating agents na nabigyan po sila ng machine.
Ma'am, ganito. Pwede ho ba, Attorney Patsyag, next week, magbigay na kayo sa amin ng report, final report tungkol doon sa inyo pong plano na para mapagbigyan itong mga napasara ninyo mga Lotto outlets before. Ano po yung plano ninyo? At siyempre yung plano na yung gusto ko po ay positive na sila ay makabubukas muli.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we will coordinate with the gaping sector in charge of the terminals, Mr. Chair, and the management.
Okay. Another topic that we have to discuss also is 14% commission to Pacific Online based on the daily sales paid on a weekly basis. Kaya nandito yung FPJPN. Mr. Joseph Kadsawan.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Senator Tulfo.
Sige po, go ahead po. Mr. Kadsawan.
Noong June 10 po is nag-file kami ng complaint sa Ombudsman against the PCSO directors and
Okay.
GM.
Sir, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our chairman, Senator Mark Villar. Siya po ang chairman ng Games and Amusement.
Good afternoon, Senator Villar.
Chairman. Go ahead po, Sir Joseph.
So yun, sa nakinig kami sa mga previous hearing nyo dito sa Senate and most of my members are talaga tumataya sa Lotto. So nung napanood namin ng mga inquiries dito regarding sa PCSO, lalo na sa pagpasok ng Memorandum of Agreement ng POSC and with the PCSO, marami kami nakita na discrepancies, butas.
At ano po yung mga butas na yun, sir?
The 14% commission.
Malaki.
Pati yung mga requirements from the OGCC, lalo na po yung approval from the Office of the President.
Okay. At na-file nyo na po yung kaso sa Ombudsman.
Noong June 10 po,
June 10, this year.
this year.
Okay, andito si Asriman Rafanan, Assistant Ombudsman. Magandang hapon po sa inyo, Sir Rafanan. Natanggap niyo na po yung case na ipinail nila?
Yeah, I think was this the case filed against PCSO officer Melquiades Robles? Was that the one?
Yes, sir.
It's under fact-finding investigation, Mr. Chair. So the field investigator would be coordinating with the witnesses of the complainants in order to strengthen and gather the evidence. Mr.
So ngayon, nagagather kayo ng mga pieces of evidence para matingnan kung yung kaso ba ay may merit o wala. And then how long would it take until such time na kayo po ay makapaglabas ng inyo pong resolution, sir?
The belongs to the different department, Mr. Chair, the fact field investigation office. So it would take around. It depends upon the nature of the case and the extent of the fact-finding leads that were provided in the complaint. If it would take a few months or more than that, Mr. Chair.
But no more than a year, sir.
If it's not that complex matter, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Andito ba yung Office of the Government Corporate Counsel?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman.
Pwedeng basahin niyo po yung kontrata between Pacific Online and PCSO? Kasi di ba trabaho niyo yun, that's part of your mandate, na reviewin yung mga kontrata ng mga gobyerno?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So na-review na ho ba? Nakita niyo na po yung contract?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. There was an OGCC contract review as early as January and another one in May 2000.
So ano sa tingin niyo kung nabasa niyo na po ang contract? Kasi sabi ni Mr. Kansawan, tad-tad ng butas yung kontrata. So kayo po, na-review na ho ba? Ano pong opinion ninyo bilang ah, taga-OGCC?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, in the January 31, 2024, there was an opinion issued by then Government Corporate Counsel Quevedo, which basically said that the contract had some infirmities that needed to be.
Infirmities.
Yes, sir.
So ibig
Need
sabihin
to
may
be-
problema.
Yes, sir.
Infirmed yung
Yes, sir.
contract.
But in May 2024, there was another opinion issued by the new Government Corporate Counsel, Solomon Hermosura, which states essentially that MOA is tenable, appears to be tenable.
Oh, biglang nag-flip. Ba't ganon?
Usually, it happens, Mr. Chairman, if there are new information given to the office or there are other circumstances previously not relayed to the office. So it can happen.
Si Commissioner Quevedo, ito yung nag-issue na infirmed yung contract. Diba?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, that was
After na ginawa niya yun, sinibak siya. January 31, 2024, sinibak siya.
yes, Mr. Chairman, it appears that way.
It appears that. Well, then dapat ituloy, Mr. Kansawan, tututukan natin yung kaso niya sa ombudsman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And same thing, yung I have nothing against you, Mr. Felix Reyes, and I don't know you. It's very unfortunate na yung chairman na pinalitan mo para sa akin, gumagawa ng tamang trabaho yun, pero sinibak din. At ipinalit ikaw. Nalulungkot ako dahil siya yung napalitan. Actually, talagang sinibak siya. Talagang mukhang may nangyaring kalokohan sa PCSO. After na ilang hearing, and he always attend. Hindi nag-absent yun. And I know that former chairman, napakatinong tao yun. Kung sino pa yung matino, yun ang nasisibak. Yung mga loko-loko, kapit sa pwesto. Mr. Chair. Good.
Support that. Okay.
Okay. PCSO planning to introduce Lotto Bilyonaryo. Pinakamaliit na mapapanalunan ay 1 billion. Wow. Lotto Bilyonaryo, pinakamaliit na mapapanalunan 1 billion. Aba, maraming yayaman, maraming maging bilyonaryo dito, hindi sa Mananaya, kundi sa mga tumatawa si Ma'am Evelyn, tumatawa. Ako po, kinakabahan ako rito. Lotto Bilyonaryo, maraming maging bilyonaryo mga taga-gobyerno rito. Hindi yung mga mahihirap na kababayan natin na Mananaya. What is this Lotto Bilyonaryo, sir?
Mr. Chair, I will answer for that.
Yes, sir.
Yan po ay amin pong karagdagang variant sa ating pong existing